today. So welcome everyone. Woo! This year, code red for climate ed. Yay! Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good middle of the night for our friends all over different parts of the world. Welcome to our 2025 fall launch of Decarbonize. Our theme this year, Code Red for Climate Ed, and it's not just a slogan. It's a reality check that we want to send to all of the people of the world, everyone. The planet is heating, and young people are inheriting a world full of risks that they didn't create. It's a call to action. It's a call to transform education, to equip you, every young person, with the skills, the tools, the opportunities to drive climate solutions. That's why you're here, why this program exists for this. Whether you're 10 or 13 or 15 or 17, you have grown up in the hottest years recorded in history. You've seen wildfires, floods, droughts, and storms. You've seen the reshaping of your entire communities around climate impacts. But you've also seen your generation rising. You've seen the streets, their classrooms, TikTok, even at the UN. You've seen students standing up and demanding change. So at COP30 in Belem, Brazil this year, right in the heart of the Amazon, leaders from around the world will gather to make decisions that shape all of our futures. And they can't get it right without you being there. Young people have been recognized in spaces now, like we're being invited into these spaces, and not just in token ways, not just as a pat on the head and to have you there. You're in these places to make influence, to make impact, to write proposals, to stand at negotiating tables. And Decarbonize is here to help you bridge that to that world. But why does it matter? Because education is the multiplier. Code Red for Climate Ed is a warning that without changing our education, we can't meet the climate challenge. We can have the best science, we can have the best targets, we can have the strongest protests, but if schools don't teach us how to think, collaborate, and act for the planet, we will never get there. That's why your voice matters. That's why Decarbonize matters. Because we're not just demanding new policies at COP30, we're demanding an education system that equips us to solve the climate crisis. So as we begin this year's journey, here's my challenge to you. Be bold, take risks, and share your truth. Be curious about what's going on in the world. Listen deeply to your peers that have a very different lived reality than you. Be relentless. So push your schools, push your cities, push your governments, push your families. Don't stop until they act. Because when you engage fully, whether it's a mini COP at your school or a bilateral partner or drafting our manifesto, you are proving that education is not passive. It is power, it is active. So welcome to the Decarbonize family. Welcome to a community of thousands of students across the continent who believe the future isn't written yet and who are ready to write it together. So Code Red is our call, or Code Red for Climate Ed is our call this year. It's our warning, it's our promise. Together we will change classrooms into engines of change, and together we will author the global manifesto that leaders cannot ignore. And together we will walk into COP30 and beyond, not as bystanders, but as partners in shaping the future. So let's get started. All right, my friends. Quick overview of today. We have lots of people. We have the COP30 presidency here. Welcome you to COP30. We have a student from Belem who's going to tell you a bit about his city and why he loves Brazil so much. We're going to overview what Decarbonize looks like this year. We're going to have a friend join us to talk about the Green Zone and her experience there. We're going to do some breakout rooms and talk to each other, present on our schools and our countries and what our experiences are like. We're going to have a friend from Alana Foundation come and talk about mini COPs and how you might do some of those in your school. And then we're going to have another friend join us to talk about the Blue Zone. And then we're going to lead our conversation into, if we have more time, some more breakout rooms. But will we have time? Oh, we'll see. So welcome. Remember, Decarbonize, we are the largest multilingual school-based program in climate education, art, and advocacy. We are trying to be everywhere, and we are trying to reach many people, engage them in our program. Again, here's some of our schools. I think we just get our friends in Australia at the edge of that one, but we are love it that to have you join us. If you don't see your school, you can check online. Each of your schools is listed with where you're located and some of the action projects that you're undertaking. We'd love to include. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing because this as I told you, we forgot to take this very important cheer picture last year, and we wanted to put it right into our agenda so we didn't forget. So welcome everyone. Should we do a smiley one and then like a hands up one? Awesome. All right, so now, everyone who's been involved in this before knows that we do lots of cheering, and we always go decarbonize. And so I'm going to count on 3, and I encourage you to unmute, even if it's 2 in the morning and your mom is sleeping. Just joking. If it's 2 in the morning and your mom is sleeping, please don't unmute and share. But if it's okay and people are not sleeping here, we encourage you to unmute and cheer and wave. Oh, we'll do one smiley and then one wavy. So, Rebecca, you count us down because you're in charge of the picture.
That's a good idea. Okay, so just a reminder, it's 3, 2, 1, decarbonize. Are you guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1,
Science.
Okay, that was pretty good.
All right,
we can do one a little more exciting, I think.
Okay. All right.
I still see a few people with their cameras off, so it's your last chance to get in our cheer if you guys want to get your cameras on and get in on our cheer. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
Decarbonize.
Okay, thank you everyone for being so complacent in that. It does look amazing when we put it out, and you'll be able to see it on our Insta later. Okay, so I wanted to start by there's a welcome from Brazil and a welcome from our friends at the COP30 presidency, but we're going to start with a video that they've sent out, just letting everybody know about what does COP30 mean to Brazil.
Que a COP30 será em terras amazônicas, você já sabe. A COP30 é na Amazônia, mas não só da Amazônia. A COP é a conferência dos povos originários, dos quilombolas, das cidades, das florestas, da sociedade civil. E ela não é só em novembro, é processo que começou há bastante tempo e que está em constante movimento. A COP30 acontece em Belém, mas ela é do norte, do nordeste, do sul, do sudeste e do centro-oeste. A COP30 é no Brasil, do Brasil para o mundo.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We have our friend now, Camilla Valadares from the COP30 presidency. I want to welcome her to Armenia. I'm going to stop sharing so that we can see her wonderful face. And she's been working very hard with the Rocio, our team member in Argentina, to make COP30 accessible and to talk about how youth can really be involved. They have an initiative I'm sure she's going to share with you on how we can amplify the voices of the actions you're taking in your school and let everyone at COP30 know what's happening. And so welcome, Camilla, to our meeting. I'd like to invite you to unmute and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yes. Welcome.
So I wish I could see all of you. I'm only seeing myself. I'm Camila Valadares. I'm a mobilization advisor for the president of COP30, and I'm really happy to be here and support your amazing work. Hello, Davi, teacher Davi from Brazil, here too. So, in his first letter, the president of COP30 invite the world to join the global mutirão to face climate change. Mutirão is an indigenous word that means get together to solve a problem. So it's like you do it every day. You are doing in your schools and your communities, and decarbonize is a huge example of mutirão. bring people together to face the climate change. And our work is to support your activities and show to the world how are a lot of people engaged and mobilized to face the climate change. And all the activities you are developing are really important for COP30 and more than COP30, as the video showed. It's important because the climate agenda is not only about the conference, the climate conference, the COP30 or 31 or 29. It's not about the days we have. We will discuss a lot of agendas on climate change in November. It's not just about it. It's about our lives, about every day, about the humankind, and it's really amazing that you are engaged, and it's really important to keep the 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 life in our planet. So I'm sorry, Rebecca, can you hear me?
Yes, you sound great.
So I'd like to to congratulate you all, and I'd love to understand and know more about your activities around the world. And I'd like to hear some of the students. Is it possible, Rebecca, to share first some activities?
We'll be sharing in the groups. So we'll put you in a breakout group in a little bit and you'll be able to hear from students all over the world. But right now,
Oh,
yeah, we're going to have a time for all of them to share with each other.
that's
Wonderful.
great. So if you want to join even more the Mutirão COP30, you can share in your social media contents using the hashtag Mutirão COP30. And we are trying to disclose the posts on the official channels of COP30, and also engaging some celebrities to join us. And if you are going to organize some events, that's why I was asking, events or other activities, you can invite us, and you will really try to attend. So I believe it's easy, and you're doing the amazing work. We are just trying to show the world what you are doing. So this is our mobilization agenda.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing from the COP30 presidency. We are so excited to bring children and the voice of youth to COP30, and we really appreciate the honest and authentic way that you want youth and children to participate. And so thank you so much for sharing with us this morning. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Um, Rocio, maybe I'll have you, Rocio, joining us from Argentina, or though she's in Chile right now on vacation, is our global lead teacher. And I'd like to have her introduce our student who's joining us next.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Thank you, Camila. Thank you, David, because it was because of you that we met Camila. So now we have a very special guest. I think we might see him first, and then we can share the slides. João Miguel, você está aí?
Yes.
Hey, so I leave them all to you, okay?
Welcome.
Welcome. We will put you the slides and you can start telling us a little bit about you, okay?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is João Miguel. I'm 10 years old. I live in Belem of Pará, Brazil. I study in the St. Paul School. My favorite subject is informatics because I really enjoy learning about it. I love living in Belem of Pará. because it is a very special city. The people are friendly and there are many places to visit. My favorite typical food is manisoba. It's very delicious and traditional here. The place I like the most is Portal de Amazonia because it has a lot of trampolines and tricycles. If you come to Belem in November, you should definitely visit it. Thank you all for listening to me, and I hope to see you all here in Belem in COP30. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks so much. Wonderful. And we are very excited to visit your beautiful city and have everyone come and join you there. So I am just trying to figure out the spotlighting situation here. So, wow. As we move, okay. So next on our agenda is, what does decarbonize look like this year? I'm going to just quickly pop over to my slide deck. Again, Code Red for Climate Ed is not a drill. For those who don't know the phrase Code Red, we use that in North America to mean this is an emergency. If you were to call, this is something you need to call the police about. This is a life or death situation, but it's for our planet. There's no snooze button. There's no putting this on pause. It's something that we need to look at and think about right now. Policymakers need to step up and we need to pass policies. We need to fund education. We need to move fast because it impacts everyone. This year, I'll give you just a quick overview of what Decarbonize is going to look like for you. Step one is nationals. You're going to begin at home in your classroom, in your club. You're going to look at your country's climate issues, your government's policies, your community's needs, and then you're going to connect that and tell your story on our Padlet. And then you're going to listen to other people. And a part of this program is really engaging that, listening to other people, building, understanding what's happening in other parts of the world. So look through the videos, and we'd love for you to watch at least 3 videos, and comment on them. How is it similar to you? How is it different from you? What did you hear that impacted you? And so we would like to see that on the Padlet. This isn't just about putting content out. This is about understanding other people's perspectives. So step 2 is going to be bilaterals. Your school or your club will be partnered with another country. And maybe you'll be comparing floods between Canada and Kenya, or wildfires in Australia and sleeve level rise in Trinidad. You'll learn to practice diplomacy, and you'll start to see that climate change is a global story with some shared threads, that there's commonalities, and we all have our own needs, but that we have this shared story around climate impacts. And then step 3 is going to be our manifesto. So we're going to share links. You can log on now, actually. I'm going to send out this slide deck to your teachers, but on our website, you can sign up to be part of the writing team right now. You can sign up through your teachers right now. They're going to get the slide deck, and this little middle thing has a button where they can send it to you and you can sign up, because this manifesto, drafted in your words with your demands, your visions for the future, not just as future leaders, but as leaders now. And those words are delivered by you in your voices with your friends, your peers, to negotiators and ministers and presidents at COP. Some of you will go to COP itself, but whether you attend in person or attend our virtual meetings or just work on the manifesto, you will learn to meet and debate and build consensus. You'll learn how to negotiate and write important documents and how to demand accountability from the people around you. And then the last thing, once we get back from COP, will be our continental. So we'll bring together people in continents and we'll look at local action. So every school, every student that comes will pledge to create some sort of local action plan. And we want all the schools involved to turn this learning into meaningful actions in your schools. We have some grants that will be available if you need some seed money to make that happen. And we're just excited for you to share back to us what you're doing. What are you doing outside of not just demanding action, but showing that you're taking action as well. And so some of you are saying like, oh, okay, that sounds okay, but what do I actually, like, what will I actually gain from this? Like, it's fun, but what will I gain? But these skills are life skills: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, leadership, action. These are all skills that they're not just theoretical, but this is real learning. This is real world. So education transforms you into a global citizen, and it transforms you into the person you want to be. So these skills don't vanish when you leave Decarbonize. You can carry them into your careers, your universities. You'll be able to walk into any room and know that you can influence change. So we're so excited to start you on our journey with Decarbonize. Now I want to welcome our friend to talk about her experience in the green zone, Haya, who joined us in Baku from Egypt. Haya, if you're there, I'm going to, would you like me to keep sharing? Maybe I'll stop so we can see your face and then I'll reshare your slides. Welcome, Haya.
Hi. I think, is it okay if you share the slideshow on
Oh, I
your
will. I just
laptop?
wanted you to, I'm trying to find you in my, there we are. I'm going to spotlight you. Hello,
Hello.
welcome.
It's nice to see you guys.
Here we go, and I'm loading the slides now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Haya Gameladine. I'm 15 years old. I attend AIS East, and I'm from Cairo, Egypt. So last year, I was one of the very lucky people to attend COP29 in Baku with Decarbonize. So today I'm going to share with you all my personal experience in the green zone. So what is the green zone? It's a publicly accessible area for businesses, youth, and artists to showcase their ideas for solutions. They can speak to other very passionate people and further encourage others to participate in helping our climate. The green zone is important because it's a very inclusive platform for a diverse range of people. Again, it's open to the public. They can make connections and share their ideas and opinions about having without having to be part of anything official. So it's less daunting to attend the green zone. Not only is it inclusive, but it also widens people's perspectives on how much we should be taking care of our earth and how much anyone can do to help. So when I was in the green zone, when you walk around, it's so beautiful. There's so much art. There's so many amazing people you get to meet. I made so many connections. There's literally a live band at one point. Seriously, it's a great area. So next slide, yeah. What I learned there. So point number one, people are not as scary as they seem. Just go talk to them. This applies for literally any situation in life, not only in a conference like this, but just in general, at school and public. People are really not that scary. Number two, a well-practiced presentation can make all the difference. So in COP29, we were presenting our manifesto, and I knew all of the points. And I think that when people see that confidence in you and you know what you're talking about, it really convinces them, and it helps you make your point more clear. There are so many talented and creative people out there. Once again, I met so many amazing people, not just in the green zone, but at COP in general. The people from Decarbonize, they're all so great. Networking at events like this, it's not just helpful, but it's really fun. I talked to people from so many different countries, all around the world, and it's crazy to think that so many people traveled up to 2 days just to attend a conference like this one, and they're all really inspiring. Really, they just inspired me more. Lastly, youth are just as capable at making a change as adults are. I think this is a very important point that people need to stress more. Here at Decarbonize, we already talk about that a lot, but just because of your age, even if you're older, it doesn't mean that you can't make a difference and you can't talk about issues and you can't help, Next slide, please. How I've changed since then. If I had to sum it all up, I would say that my confidence boosted immensely, times 2000. And I got to understand how to better interact with people. So before this, and in general, I'm a very introverted person, which I don't know, some people were kind of surprised about, but the idea of something like this, like it freaked me out. Like a conference with people everywhere, that's really scary. But even if I went back in time, I would definitely do it all over again. It was really great. So if you're someone who's introverted like me, I think that COP would be something great for you to experience. And if like it's at all possible, I definitely think you should take the shot, and it's really gonna be worth it. I met so many people, and a lot of them now I call my best friends. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you so much, Haya. It was so wonderful having you there with your team from AISE and all of our friends from Egypt. We had been in Egypt the year before for COP28, and so it's such a wonderful tie-in to bring that story across. Now we want to. I do not know what this is being shared. Can everyone see that on their screen? I don't know what this is. I'm gonna.
Yeah. It was 27, Egypt.
Ah,
The year
27,
before.
that's right. Okay, Rocio, we have one, I'm gonna throw the microphone back over to you to introduce our friend from Belem, Bruno, and over to you, Rocio, to introduce our friend.
Thank you. So here we have Bruno in the call. He does not speak English, but he has promised me to learn after we all are in Belém. Bruno, você pode falar agora? I will try to translate, okay?
Okay.
Bom dia, me chamo Bruno Rosa, eu sou o assessor de comunicação da Associação de Cabos e Soldados da Polícia Militar e Corpo de Bombeiros Militares. Nós estamos preparando o hotel de trânsito para que nós possamos receber vocês agora. Estamos bem ansiosos. Vai ser uma experiência bem legal, uma vez que é a primeira vez que nós estamos hospedando um público completamente diferente de outros países, né? E a gente está assim bem ansioso e a Rossi me pediu hoje para me apresentar para vocês e falar que eu já estou a caminho de Belém também para receber vocês e estou à disposição.
Bruno, would you like to Bruno, você quer mostrar a apresentação? Eu vou traduzir agora. So
Sim,
this is Bruno da Rosa, and he is going to be our host. He is from an association of firefighters and policemen in Belém, Pará, and they're so thrilled to receive us in a couple of months. It's the first time their transit hotel opens to people that are not from their association, and we have booked it all for us, and he's here to say hi to everyone. And because he's really happy also, Carla, that's the president of the association, they're very, very happy to have us there. I don't know if Bruno is going to be able to share the slides, but if he can.
Oh, Rocio, you muted yourself.
Sorry for that. I don't know how I did that. Sorry. I'm sorry. So what I was saying is that he wants to share some pictures of the association. If we have no time, no worries. We're going to send these through Teacher Magic. Do you think he can share them, Sarah?
We have time. Yep.
Ok. Bruno, você pode apresentar?
tá. Eu te mandei o documento, tu anexou? Ou eu faria por aqui?
Não, você pode. Você tem? Eu posso encaminhar, senão, para Zara.
Sim, eu
Ou
vou.
eu posso apresentar, talvez. Vou tentar.
Sim,
I will try to present myself. I don't know if that's going to work, but let's
You can
try
also send it
that.
to us on the back end, and we can share it at the end if it doesn't work.
That's true too. But I think I can do it. I think I'm able to do it right now. I think that's not like, yeah, we need to check that.
Code red.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Let's see.
Amazing.
What do you think? Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yep, totally.
There you go. I don't know how it will. So this is the association, and I don't know if I can go
you
through
scroll?
each slide.
No,
I
I don't
mute-
know. Ooh. This is tricky on a phone. What we might do is just put it into a link and share it with this slide deck later. But thank you so much.
Okay.
We're so
Thank you,
excited to come and
everyone.
see you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tá, agora vamos. Deu certo aqui.
Obrigada.
Ah,
Obrigada.
tá. Nós somos a
Bruno,
associação. Sim?
vamos a convidar a todos ter essa apresentação depois, assim poderíamos ficar fazendo umas outras coisas agora, tá?
Tudo
Porque
bem, fechou.
ficou ruim.
All right.
Muito obrigada. Thank
Nada,
you.
disponha.
So now we've been Russian. I've been talking so fast, and I realize that now. And but we wanted to make sure that you had time to talk to each other, because that's what this whole project is about. Is about talking, learning, hearing other people's story, understanding what other places are going through, and how you can make space for their voices and for change that they need. And so we are going to send you into breakout rooms now. We're going to try to limit the number so everyone has time to say something. We're going to make sure that there's a teacher in every room, and the teacher is going to keep time. It's very important. Sometimes schools will talk for so long that no one else has a chance to share. So if you feel like you're going, we're going to have maybe 15, 20 minutes in the room. So that's 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes, and then you're going to get a warning. And then at 5 minutes, the teacher's going to say, I'm sorry, we're done. And so you also will have to speak fast like me. So we're going to open the breakout rooms now. If we find that a room is too full, we will move people. So just say hello, introduce yourself, say just your name and where you're from, and then we'll get started on the presentations. Thank you, everyone. Have so much fun. Rebecca, do you have a couple of things to say?
I was just going to say, you guys can feel free to type in the chat to your friends in the meeting to try to help organize what room you want to go in. I made the breakout rooms based on your great answers to the last question of what actions you have taken for climate. So pick the theme that resonates with you. But yeah, feel free to use the chat if you need to. Oh, and actually, can we have 2 groups stay in the main room?
That would be amazing.
Should we maybe, who do I have on my screen that I could volunteer to stay here? Maybe one of the Philippines groups, because I'm seeing all these green t-shirts. Is it one big Philippines? Smaller groups. I don't actually know.
We could have our friend from Lacombe today. And
yeah, I like that. Lacombe in Philippines.
Yeah. And then
Lacombe in Philippines, can you guys stay in the main room to do your presentations?
And we always have lots of schools joining or people joining from India. So if you don't want to go into separate rooms, you're welcome to have someone stay here, and then other people, like if you have multiple presentations.
Yes, India actually already messaged me saying that they would like to be in multiple rooms. So
perfect. One of them stay here.
Sarah and Rebecca, we're glad to stay.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
And we should have a room where we could talk
Hi, Rosho.
Portuguese. And hi, everyone. Portuguese and Spanish, maybe. Okay, for Guatemala and Davi from Brazil. What do you think about that?
That's a good idea.
Também para fazer alguma coisa do primeiro bimestre.
Yeah, we've got 3 groups actually. So 2 from one school and another one from one school. So through 3 groups we have. So you can put them in different groups in breakout rooms, or one can stay here.
So how about the Spanish groups go to public transportation?
Okay. Los que quieran hablar en castellano o que gostariam de falar portunhol, vai para transportation.
Does that work, Rocio?
Hopefully, you never know. I was saying hi to Steve.
I'll look for them and put them in there. So I'll look for Crisley and I'll look for, yes.
And if you still need a room, Slow Fashion has Kenya. So if you would like to hear from Kenya, you can go to Slow Fashion and have your class join that room. It looks like you guys are doing a great job of dividing up so far. How do we feel? Do you think I should add an extra room, or do we think that they're okay?
Can we add rooms? I don't know if we can add rooms.
I think it's looking pretty good. I see 2 in beach cleanup. Public transit is starting to fill. I see 3 countries in gardening. I see 3 countries starting in slow fashion. So maybe it looks like Egypt might be moving to slow fashion. Recycling has 3. Okay, I think this is looking really good. Maybe did we want Philippines to start their presentation while the last few of us get sorted
let's
into our
do
rooms?
that. Perfect.
Okay, so Philippines, whoever has a presentation to share, you are welcome to share your screen and start your presentation to our main room and our friends on YouTube.
This is from India. Can we go next after Philippines?
Of course.
In the main.
I mean, unless Philippines needs some time to get organized, we can let
Okay,
India go
we'll be presenting.
Perfect.
Good. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Is there anyone there?
In public
I am looking for Chrisley and Guatemala people. Are they here?
I've been putting them in, so they're joining. I think Crisley it's a connection issue because
Okay, good.
Put her there.
Good. Like the rest are very happy to be speaking Spanish and Portuguese though, so.
Okay, I'll keep looking. As soon as if she logs in again, I'll sign her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I see her. There she is. Crisley, ¿estás ahí? Crisley Ordóñez, te esperamos en Public Transit. Thank you.
All right, over to you, Philippines.
Good day, everyone. We are here as representatives for the Philippines for the Global Child Climate Program under the campaign #Decarbonize. Today, we'll share the climate concerns as we face what St. Joseph's Academy or the Philippines is already doing and the actions we believe are still needed. St. Joseph's Academy in Las Piñas has been serving students since 1914. More than just academic excellence, our school also promotes responsibility towards the environment and the community.
In our country, the effects of climate change are clear. On land, floods causes erosion, crop loss, and destruction of homes. In the air, they displace species and spread diseases like dengue. In water, pollution from waste and chemicals harm marine life and blocks rivers. These issues show the urgency of taking action.
At SJA, climate education is part of our curriculum. We study biodiversity, calamities, waste management, and the Sustainable Development Goals. Many student projects focus on eco-initiatives like hydroponics and bioplastics. We also use recycled materials in school events and activities like tree planting and student clubs allow us to put learning into practices.
So what needs to change? Change begins with us. We need better habits such as proper waste disposal and energy conservation. Just as important is our attitude, being mindful of how we live, how much we consume, and acting with compassion for the planet.
Strong laws are also important, like the Climate Change Act and Disaster Risk Reduction Act. But laws alone are not enough. It is our responsibility to follow them and work together to protect the environment.
To strengthen our response, SJA has concrete initiatives. We maintain a solar garden and greenery around campus. We care for our campus cats, teaching respect for animals and nature. Our CLAYGO policy, or Clean As You Go, fosters discipline in waste disposal and through student clubs like Youth for Earth and environmental awareness. Youth for Earth and Environmental Conservation Organization, we lead projects that raise climate awareness. In conclusion, climate change is a challenge for all of us, but we at SJA commit to building a greener, more sustainable future. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Does anyone have any questions for our friends in the Philippines?
Well, I mean, the action plan was so interesting, but the a question that arose was the cats which are grown like around the campus. Like, I mean, it must be so interesting to have them on campus, like furry friends, because I love cats. So I want to know how that feeling is actually.
It's actually really funny. We have a lot of pictures with them, and sometimes we just interact with them. But we also strictly implement on our students that we're not allowed to feed them and we're not allowed to touch them because, of course, some cats don't prefer to be touched or be carried. So we interact with them, but also in a respectful way.
Amazing. All right, I'm gonna. Did you want to stop sharing and then we can, our friends from India would be able to start sharing theirs. That would be great. Amazing. It's such a great presentation. You guys always have a really nice integration of biodiversity work and climate work. And I like how as many people have divisions in their school around this is what climate work actions are. And I really, and it's a pretend divide, right? You can't extract climate from biodiversity. And so I really love how they interweave at your school in the actions you take. So thank you so much for sharing. All right, our friends in India, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can see my screen. So, first of all, we're really excited to give our own presentation for the Code Red for Climate Ed, which is a topic which is really relevant for our institution specifically because all teachers, administration, students try to work on climate education intensively. So, talking about our school, we're Hyderabad Public School in Hyderabad, India. Just a minute, there's some issue.
Oh, technology. Did you want to start talking? I know it's hard to talk and try to figure tech in the background.
Yeah, I guess the presentation is just a little lost. I would try to just
Maybe even if
present
you just click it on the tab on the bottom there. You don't have to share the whole thing if that's tricky for your.
Yeah, I found it. I'm extremely sorry for that glitch. Right.
No worries.
So as as we're talking about that, so this is our team. This is I'm Sharanya. I have Akarshna as a teammate. We have Mahika and we also have Mariam. So we're students of grades 8, 9, and 10. Over to you, Mariam.
So, India is not just culturally very diverse, but in its geography too, which means all over the lots of unique ecosystems. Our school's campus is also an ecosystem in itself, which means there are over 1,000 species of trees, including the baobab, and lots of bird species as well, and animals. And all of that makes our school like a green oxygen hub. As mentioned over here, it regulates the microclimate, provides natural cooling, and also conserves the biodiversity of India's species in a way.
So these are the climate concerns, Akarshana.
Yes, so there have been recent climate concerns in India. Although we Indians don't indeed have perks with our weather, but rather there have been certainly unfortunate flaws striking us, such as the Himalayan foothills and alpine forests, in which moisture-laden winds trigger cloudbursts. If you know what a cloudburst is, then it's full rain splattering all over when a cloud builds up water content, leading to flash floods and landslides, especially in the Himachal Pradesh. And winters have nowadays become snowless while glaciers melt rapidly, threatening long term water scarcity. And not only that, but Punjab has also had a rare confluence of the westerlies and southwest trade winds, which result in intense heat waves. Urban cities such as Hyderabad, Chennai, etc., have had a urban island heat effect, which trap heat, intensifying rainfall impact, along with torrential rain, land encroachment, and poor drainage systems. Not only that, but global climate drivers such as El Nino and La Nina increases rainfall and flooding. Both intensify India's extreme weather events.
So now that we talk about climate smart innovations, so there have been a lot of successful models all across the world, and India has been following some of them, like cloud seeding, especially cloud seeding, which was very successful in Dubai. To make our deserts green, we've used that in Rajasthan and also to prevent floods and reduce the prolonged heat wave that is hitting India. Uh, and when we talk about our school specifically, there's three ways we've tried to be climate smart in our school, which is a plastic-free campus by adopting steel for our meals. And then second is renewable energy by so almost 40% of our school's energy is actually driven by solar panels. So we are quite innovative in that sense. And the third one is rainwater harvesting. So ever since last 2 years, we've been focusing on water conservation to capture the storm water and use a lot of that water after purification. The impact of all of this is that it's lowered our energy use, obviously, and it's also made this responsible consumption in both primary students, as we can see in the first photo, and also climate resilience in general in our school. So a scalable, replicable model is Mahika. All right, so I would just give a brief about it. So we have. All right.
So, a scalable, replicable model is that not only our school has done innovative measures in its campus, but rather we've also made our students implement those measures in their life by making sure that they follow a thing known as Green Birthday Pledge. Rather than getting gifts, they plant saplings, which is not only like a satisfactory method, but also rather helps to conserve the environment. Then you have the compost pit initiative, which converts food and garden waste into nutrient rich manure and which helps us to grow the wonderful trees in our campus. Also, not only that, but we've also donated book and plant donations, community learning plus greening, student led service programs with students bringing out awareness. And this is how it works. It's basically cost effective, rooted in culture, and it's always adaptable everywhere.
So we were really delighted to share you like our insights from our school and what we have done, what we look forward to, and what is being done across our country in general. So thank you for listening to us.
Oh, is at the end. Oh, awesome. I was just going to give you a warning. Perfectly timed. Amazing. Thank you so much. Are there any questions for our friends in India? All right.
That's a sign of a good presentation.
Yeah, exactly. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, I'm going to invite our friends now in Lacombe to share their screen and tell us a bit about Canada.
Okay, we're just gonna get it up, which is a little hard.
Well, why don't you introduce yourself while Mr. Schultz is working on that?
Yeah, so I'm Libby. I'm a 12th grade student from the Lacombe Composite High School here in Alberta, Canada. And I'm a member of our school's EcoVision team, which is our after-school club where we deal with our green programs like the few things I'm going to show you in our presentation. I also just wanted to say everybody's presentations were so good. I loved it.
Can you see our presentation or not?
Yes, but you have to hit the little X.
I have to do what?
Hit the X. The little X.
Okay.
Okay.
Young person tech help.
You just gotta go. You were running out of time. Well, just agree.
Here? No.
Okay, it's showing like a warning message. Did you want to just like share it from the main screen? Just exit this and share the previous one.
Okay.
It's just not working. Here, just show this. This is perfect.
It's fine. Okay. All right. Let me.
Fortunately, one of our students couldn't make it today, Brock Johnson, and our other EcoVision students helped support this presentation. So we're going to do a quick overview of our school.
Yeah, so here at the Lacombe Composite High School, we are the Canadian Platinum Top Eco School for the last 5 years. We offer credits in beekeeping, greenhouse, goats, and environmental science. We have we have the following environmental projects that are completely student-led. These include the 6.0 kilowatt solar system. We have a net zero geodesic greenhouse for it. Yeah. We have a 2-acre food forest with over 200 fruit trees and 50 raised beds. We have the first beekeeping program for credits in Canada. We have an Indigenous garden reintroducing 26 sacred plants and a unique goat animal husbandry program. And the top climate concerns that we have here in Alberta, Canada, and Canada all over are, well, I'll just read it. Okay. In 2024, the province of British Columbia had a total of 1,697 wildfires. These wildfires were mostly caused by lightning strikes and the high winds and continuously dry conditions. We have a lot of drought here. And the smoke from these fires can be so bad that it can travel all the way into Alberta. And then in Alberta specifically, we are very drought prone. It's due to climate and geography, and it relies heavily on snowpack and rain and Alberta relies heavily on snowpack and rain for its water. Due to this, some of the summers can go on for long amounts of time before any precipitation, causing harder conditions for farmers to manage their crops. And these are some questions we answered. How do you feel about nature and climate education in your school? We answered, thanks to our EcoVision Club, Agriculture, and AP Nature seminar courses, we have been exposed to nature and climate education. We feel confident that we have fundraising, advocacy, and literacy and presentation skills that make people aware of our environmental issues, and we can create change through that. What is one thing that could make it better? Although we have community support, we often lack student involvement and resources from the school. And what was one thing you hope students in a lower grade will learn about climate this year? We hoped that younger students are inspired by our actions, take meaningful climate actions in their own schools and communities, and become climate leaders just like us.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You got an expanded audience as everyone comes back from their groups. We had a little bit more wiggle room. So is there any questions for our friends in Lacombe on their amazing program? I'm always astounded by the amount of programs you have for a small school. Like, I think it really shows that you don't need to be a large urban center to be getting a lot done, that you can be in a rural location and really do great, amazing work, and a variety of it too.
Yeah.
And honey is fantastic. Everyone, they bring honey samples when they come, and so be ready to be amazed by that deliciousness.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
This summer, I took my family to Lacombe to actually see all the programs that they're doing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which was very, very, it was very inspiring, to see all those things. And the little girls, when my granddaughter, she was very much inspired that I need to do something.
Hey, thank you, Annapurna.
Good.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It was a thank you to you for actually taking us all around.
I hope everyone, I know the breakout rooms go so fast. That was 20 minutes and it goes so fast. I hope you all had some time to share. Hopefully we will be able to get back in if we can make it work. I wanted to invite our friend now, Carol from Alana Foundation. We are working closely with our partners at Alana. They're another child and youth serving organization that comes to COP. And this year, well, last year they started to champion the idea of a COP for kids. And it's a nice phrase, right? How do we include children? How do we intentionally involve children and youth in these meetings? Not as pretty things on the side that we pat on their heads for coming, but as speakers of the truth of the lived experiences in schools today. Because when adults are making policy and practices around education, they're remembering when they were kids in school, and they're basing their on that. Now, that for some people was before there was color TV. And so education today is much different than education was for policymakers today. And so you are experts in education and should be brought in to the conversation as such. I see you as experts in this. And our friends at Alana are working with you to help raise that voice, to help celebrate the knowledge that you do have. And so that was a long introduction, but I wanted to welcome our friend to unmute herself and tell us a bit about their mini COPs and what the work that they're doing ahead of COP30.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I am Carolina, or just Carol, because we are already friends, so you can call me Carol. I am a biologist and nature analyst at the Alana Foundation, based in Brazil. I'm really happy and honored to be here with you today. This is my second time joining the Carbonized chapter. I was here last year, learning a lot about COP29 with amazing students from Azerbaijan. And now, with our biggest climate conference happening in Brazil, in my country, I'm super excited to welcome some of you here in November, today and in November. But today, I'd love to share what we are doing at Alana Foundation, this social and environmental ecosystem that works to promote and inspire a better world for children. And a better world for children is a better world for everybody on our journey toward COP30 this November. So, first of all, to strengthen the role that children and adolescents can play during those global climate moments, we are proposing a global mobilization, the mutirão, like Camila told us about, this beautiful Brazilian indigenous word that means a collective effort to solve problems. And what we are doing every day. And it's also being used a lot by the COP30 presidents. And those mutirão, this idea, it's very simple. It's each school or community can organize its own mini COP with children and youth. Hosting a mini COP, it's a fun but a meaningful way to learn, to teach, to inspire, and open new conversations about climate. It's another chance to listen and be heard. To help with that, we create a step-by-step guide so children and young people can imagine and build this space by themselves. They can really dream about an inclusive and equal COP and even inspire the official COP30 presidents with their ideas. And I will share the link in the chat so you can check it out and adapt to your reality and share it with your friends in your schools and in your social media. And so far, we had more than 20 mini COPs involving 700 children and young people. It's a lot. It's really a really fantastic mobilization. And this is not just about COP30. It's a legacy. We want to construct this legacy to see across all climate mobilizations, biodiversity conferences, desertification conferences. We have these three types of COPs. We're talking most about the climate COP, but we have the biodiversity COP and the desertification COP already. And the mini COPs work for all the COPs because we want children being heard, children talking, learning, teaching, and participating in these global spaces. Beyond that, it's a lot, but beyond that, we've created a coalition with Brazilian NGOs to create a space in Belém where children's voice can truly be heard. In recent months, we've shared proposals with the COP30 presidents in three areas. Negotiations is the first one. The second one, listening and participation, very important. And the third one, awareness and communication. So together, we are pushing forward strategies such as including the specific needs of children and youth, especially vulnerable groups like girls, Black and Indigenous children, children with disabilities, as priorities in the adaptation negotiations, like the GGA, ensure investments in resilient infrastructure like safe schools and child protected plans in climate disaster, continuing the Children Youth Pavilion at COP30. It's a really nice space to meet another children youth from another countries. It's really great. And producing accessible and childly friends materials. And yes, our step-by-step guide will even be launched on the official COP30 website too. So all of this just to show that when we work together, when we evolve education, when we evolve this collective effort, this awareness of our own experiences, we can go further. Collectively, we are building the future we want, starting now, starting with the present that we have. So thank you so much for having me and for listening to me, listening about the mini cups. I really hope to see you soon in Brazil.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are so excited to partner with Alana and I think there is something special about running mini COPs in your school. It could be in your classroom. It could be across multiple classrooms. It could be an assembly. But how do we bring this message back into our schools? And so I think that some of these mini COPs might even happen after COP. So we understand the changes that were made. But I think it's so important that youth, the students around the world feel like they are a part of this. That this isn't something that's happening to them, but this is something that they are also creating and doing. And so with our partners, we're really excited to see what can this look like, not just in Brazil, but around the world. And so we will be hassling you to share stories and to get out. I think too, a power of you running mini COPs and not adults running mini COPs is that you can take it and translate it into words and feelings and excitement and hope that other students understand. So while it might be hard for me to go into a classroom of 8-year-olds or 10-year-olds and talk about what COP means, you are acting as that translator, as that because you can use the language that you understand and your peers understand to make it meaningful for younger children. So we're super excited about the idea of mini COPs and what they might mean. All right, let's see where we are in our lineup now. Okay, next is Grishma. We're so excited to invite you to speak a bit about your experience. I exited my presentation here, of course, right? Always. That you had in the Blue Zone in Baku. So Grishma, we invite you to unmute and share your story with us.
Hi, everybody. I'm Grishma. I'm from Hyderabad, which is a city in the southern part of India. And I'm super excited to be talking to you all about my experience at the Blue Zone at COP29. If someone had told a younger and more naive version of myself that I would get the chance to represent India as a global lead at the UN climate conference, I wouldn't have believed them. But being in Baku, Azerbaijan for COP29 was truly a dream come true. And the entire experience was just magical. It was really empowering, and it completely changed my perspective on the power of young voices and climate diplomacy in general. So when I first found out that I got selected for the Blue Zone, I was overjoyed. I was really excited and I was really happy. But at the same time, I think I was also really anxious because the Blue Zone in COP is the official area for the conference where formal negotiations and where formal negotiations and discussions kind of occur. And you have government representatives, diplomats, accredited organizations and other really important organizations that come together to negotiate climate policies and, and emissions, and they draft like important international agreements there. So the Blue Zone is kind of like the heart of climate diplomacy, where decisions that affect all of us and our future are made. So you can see why I was really scared. I was like, what am I going to do there? Am I really qualified enough to speak at a global conference? I mean, would people actually want to listen to a 14-year-old girl talk about her climate anxiety and how important climate education is to her? But when I actually went there and when I actually started speaking and when I interacted with all of these different people, I understood the importance of youth representation. So at COP, we, as you, didn't just speak for the sake of it, but we got to present our ideas and all of the things that we really, really care about. So we got to present this document called the Global Child Manifesto, which focuses on issues that affect us the most, us as in the youth. So the urgent need for climate education and how the youth must be involved in climate policies related to climate education. Because like Sarah just said, if we don't have our perspective being included, then we're going to have outdated climate policies that have no relevance in today's world. So, giving these talks and presentations to all of these high officials and also just other observers there, some of them were leaders and policymakers, I think it gave me a lot of confidence and it helped me deal with my climate anxiety. It helped me build up better public speaking skills. And also, I was just really, really happy because I wasn't just worrying about the future, and I was actually actively doing something about it, and I was contributing to real change at a global level. So it was really exciting. But to be honest, beyond the formal panels and the presentations and the things like that, the part that I enjoyed the most was meeting different people from all over the world. I mean, each and every person had a different perspective and a different worldview, but we were all united by a single cause, a single powerful cause to protect our planet and to help mitigate climate.
I lost her.
Oh no, Grishma, we've lost her.
Right on the inspiring last message too.
Isn't that always the way? Well, my inspiring tie-in is, and if you want to be a Grishma, applications are open now. So if you think, there's all different roles in Decarbonize, and not everyone wants to be on the stage. And we understand that. Some people are artists and they thrive in making music and drawing beautiful pictures and all that. Some people are writers and they want to intensely get their words across, but they have no desire to be on the stage. And some people are bridge builders. They like making relationships and building connections and meeting people from around the world. But again, they don't want to be on the stage. And all of those different roles have a place in Decarbonize. So don't feel that if you don't want to travel and you don't want to be on a stage, this program is still for you, because there are so many ways to contribute. There's so many ways to learn and grow and share in this program. But if you do feel like this is something I might want to do, I want to explore this side of myself, apply now. So on the website, decarbonize.me, if you go to get in, scroll to the get involved, the applications are online. There, you do have to fill out some questions. It is a selection. We can't bring everyone in the world to Brazil, but we can bring select voices. We are very intentional about who is invited to attend. So it is not just all North America. It is all, we balance voices so that the global South and the global North are in conversation together, that Indigenous voices are present, that our least developed countries are present, that our small island nations are present. We want everyone to have an equal voice or an equitable voice within our summit. And so you'll gain leadership skills, you'll learn how to tell your story. You could be a global reporter and be on the ground and contribute that way. There are all sorts of ways. So if this interests you, please look into applying, have your teacher reach out. If you don't know where to find it, we will help you get involved. And this, Rebecca, would you like to talk about the Art for Action?
Yeah, so every year we run an international virtual art display, and we actually print selected pieces from this virtual gallery and bring them with us to COP. So these will be displayed at different pavilions throughout our time there. The real message here is, imagine that you have the president of your country walking through COP, and they stop and they see this beautiful Indigenous inspired turtle art that our students from Australia made. We think that that can really connect with them as they're going into to have those high level discussions about decisions that would impact you on the ground. So it's a really great way to make that emotional connection to what's actually happening in your country. So if you or a friend of yours or your sibling is an artist, it is open to anyone ages 6 to 18. The website, Art for Climate, we send it to all of your teachers. You can find it on our website as well. And it's just a Google form, so super easy to do. And I would love to see any art that any of you guys have done. It's kind of my favorite part of the whole project.
Amazing. Okay, and then as a part of, we've been talking a lot about the manifesto and how the manifesto is the platform, because everyone who comes to COP, no matter what level of government they are, or non, if they're people like us through charities and nonprofits or environmental groups or students or any caucus that applies, they all come with a story to tell. Now, when we arrive, we have our manifesto, and that's our foundation. It's the call for action of all the children involved in our program, but then you will each have your individual story. But to build that call for action that is the foundation of our time there, we need your thoughts and opinions. And so we have our global environmental survey, and we're asking you to spread this as far as you can, because the more voices we have of children in your schools, in your communities, the more we understand what are the needs and fears and hopes and dreams and futures that you envision for yourself. And so this is what we will build the manifesto upon. So please get out your little phone and pew and make sure you're filling out this form, but also share it so that we know what everyone around you is thinking. That would be amazing. So we have time. Oh my goodness, everyone, we have time to go back and learn more about everyone that's here. And we're gonna put, for our friends who are in the main room, we're gonna switch you to a breakout room so that we can feature another group on our live stream. And I think we're gonna keep our Spanish and Portuguese speakers in this room. And then we're going to send our friends who were in this room to another room. So it's nice and confusing. And we've renamed the room, so it's even more confusing. And but we're going to put you back in. Now, if you have new schools, remember, introduce yourself. And if there's schools that haven't yet presented, this is their chance to present. If you have already presented, we're going to put some optional prompts in the chat that'll allow you to have some more conversation. All right. And then for those, I know people are going to have to leave, and our friends who have joined us as speakers are going to have to leave. And so I don't want to miss my sort of thank you message. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a little talk here, and then we're going to go to our breakout rooms. And if you need to go, we understand. But we'll also bring everyone back at the end for a final thank you. But before we wrap up, the Code Red for Climate Ed movement is something that we're hoping to bring all your incredible voices together in a really powerful message. And I am excited to facilitate this conversation with you. So to our speakers at the COP30 presidency, thank you for reminding us that youth belong at the heart of global climate negotiations. To our partners in Belem, thank you for grounding us in the Amazon's vital role and for welcoming the world to your home. To our friends at the Alana Foundation, thank you for your leadership in showing how education and climate justice can go hand in hand. And to all of our schools who are presented today and are still going to present, to your creativity, your passion, and your courage, and what you make decarbonize the world's largest climate learning movement. We could not do this. This program is you. We are nothing without you. So thank you so much for your engagement, your enthusiasm, your earnestness, and your desire to make change. And this is just the beginning. Together, we're going to carry the spirit of today into our classrooms, into the fall, into all of the activities that we have, and then on to COP30. So thank you so much. Have fun in your breakout rooms. We'll give you a warning when it's time to close up. See you all soon.
Todos los que vamos a hacer el room de castellano acá, así que los de Guatemala se quedan, Brasil, por favor, fique aquí. Y creo que me quedó uno de Costa Rica también. Perú, los que quieran se queden acá, vamos a hacer el main room, vamos a hacer los de en castellano.
If you didn't understand that, you do not need to stay in this room.
I hope you guys like the theme of the breakout rooms this time. I don't know if you can tell, but I chose Brazilian animals as the theme for our new rooms. Hopefully I get to see one of these while we're there.
Yeah. Oh, capybara and real, like, yeah.
I will show you capybaras in Buenos Aires. We have lots of them.
So our friend from the Philippines, you will have to choose a new breakout room to hop into. Maybe Toucan. Oh yeah, it looks like you're heading to Toucan. So Philippines can go to Toucan. And maybe, Rocio, we could get Guatemala to present first. Do they have a presentation?
Ya. Guatemala estaba Chrisley, que empezó a charlar y no pudimos terminar. A ver si la encuentro.
Sí.
Ahí está. Chrisley, ¿me escuchás bien?
Sí, hola Rocío. Llego aquí.
Vas a ser la primera en presentar, pero hay un montón de gente que se tendría que ir y no se fue. ¿Cómo te ves presentando con todos?
Ok, bueno, voy a tratar de resumir un poco las actividades que nosotros tenemos. En sí no tengo una presentación porque no sabía si había espacio para una presentación.
Está bien. Y los
Como
chicos
había
están,
empezado a
también pueden
comentar
hablar
desde un
ellos si querés.
principio, sí, yo creo que voy a dar una pequeña introducción y voy a dejar el espacio para que ellos hablen también.
Ok.
Ok, entonces, buen día a todos. Aquí en Guatemala todavía es temprano, son a las 9 de la mañana y pues voy a dar a conocer nosotros como Centro Educativo de Base Indígena Maya de aquí de Izabal. Pues nos ubicamos en un área protegida, prácticamente estamos rodeados de mucho bosque. Nosotros tenemos prácticas que ya hemos hecho desde nuestro centro educativo, tanto como centro y como centro educativo con los jóvenes. Hemos implementado diversas actividades con ellos desde el ámbito de agricultura, charlas y el aprendizaje continuo, ¿verdad? Entonces, pues ahorita tengo acá 4 estudiantes que me están acompañando. De hecho, tenía otros 5 más, pero no pueden estar en la reunión porque están ocupados en otra actividad. Entonces, por el momento, pues tenemos estudiantes y creo que le voy a abrir el espacio a uno de ellos para que nos pueda dar a conocer más o menos un poco de las actividades que nosotros hacemos directamente en el área o el ámbito agrícola de nuestro centro educativo. Michael, ¿ves?
Hola, muy buenos días. Mi nombre es Michael Estuardo y actualmente estoy en la carrera de Perito en Desarrollo Comunitario aquí en el Instituto Actanamit. Bueno, en la carrera se basa en que los jóvenes pueden desarrollarse implementando proyectos en comunidades y aquí en la asociación cuenta con un sistema agrícola donde la mayoría de jóvenes participan en lo que serían siembra de árboles, en, en proyectos de cerdos, aves de pastura, e incluso pues, dado eso, pues incluso también podemos desarrollarnos, donde podemos implementar proyectos, ya que Academy tiene el objetivo de que los jóvenes que están en esta carrera, cuando ya estén graduados, tengan la iniciativa de que ellos pueden tener proyectos que le beneficien tanto a uno mismo como a la comunidad. Sí. Muchas más gracias.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, ahora va a ir Perú, que Carlos ya está listo. O no sé si Guatemala quiere presentar un poco más. Ahí acabo de ver que hay otro de los chicos que abrió la cámara. Osvin, ¿vos?
Sí,
Hola.
¿Vos
sí,
querrías?
va a presentar otro poco.
Dale, dale. Después de Guatemala vamos con Perú entonces. No lo escucho, ¿puede ser? ¿Alguien está escuchando, Osvin? No se te escucha.
¿Me escuchan? Sí, sí. Mi nombre es Osvaldo Mongo. Actualmente estudio aquí en Actenamil, la carrera Perito en Desarrollo Comunitario, en el país de Guatemala. Bueno, en el tema de nosotros trabajamos en el ámbito forestal, ¿verdad? Trabajamos con comunidades para la reforestación de áreas que no están como uso forestal, en lo cual eso nos enfocamos, ¿verdad? Aparte de eso, nosotros involucramos a las personas de la comunidad a fomentar esa participación y tanto como a las mujeres y los niños, ya que son un pilar fundamental para la conservación en el futuro. Y eso nos hace constar que nosotros somos el futuro del país para poder hacer un gran cambio, ¿verdad? No tanto en la sociedad, sino también como en el cambio climático que ahora está afectando mucho, en lo cual por eso nosotros trabajamos mucho en el área rural con las comunidades, ayudando a reforestar, ayudando a la conciencia climática y listo, muchas gracias.
Gracias, Osvin. Muchas gracias. Chrisley, ¿crees que
Hola.
puedo pasar
Hay
ahora a
unas,
Perú?
hay una señorita más, no sé si nos dan el espacio.
Sí, obvio que sí, claro que sí, claro que sí. A ver si vamos a escucharla.
Gracias.
Débora, ¿sos
Hola, mi
vos?
nombre.
Ahí está.
Hola, sí. Buenos días. Este, actualmente soy de Guatemala y mi nombre es Débora Migeli. Curso el grado de segundo básico en el Instituto Actenamid. Bueno, de lo que nosotros trabajamos ahí como básico, ampliamos lo que es el vivero, limpiamos, ver los árboles, sembramos distintos tipos de semillas tanto como al igual ampliamos lo que son los huertos familiares. Hacemos siembras, pequeñas siembras donde en cada área hacemos por ahí de siembras de plátanos y vemos todo lo que es más que todo temas de distintos proyectos para que se deje de deforestar. Al igual, aquí en la institución hace, en algunas aldeas hace entregas de distintos tipos de semillas de árboles, como por ahí el frutales y todo eso. Gracias.
Muchas gracias. Qué buen trabajo que hacen y qué importante, ¿no? Esto de volver a forestar y aparte
No sé
darles
si me
las
logran escuchar,
herramientas para...
Rocío.
Sí, claro, Cris.
Sí, creo que, disculpen, así resumidamente, pues nosotros nos enfocamos como centro directamente en dos aspectos, ¿verdad? Trabajamos mucho el tema ambiental en nuestros centros educativos, pues involucramos a los estudiantes, como bien han escuchado, trabajamos directamente con el turismo. Tenemos estudiantes que se enfocan en el turismo sustentable directamente para que ellos puedan aprender e involucrarse sobre cómo hacer un turismo sustentable, cómo involucrar a las comunidades, cómo se pueden hacer acciones directamente para la defensa de nuestro territorio y la conservación de nuestros bosques y la biodiversidad que tenemos en el área, ¿verdad? Así como también lo que es el perito en desarrollo comunitario, le tenemos más enfocados en el tema de el área forestal, conservación, y pues ya involucramos a los estudiantes directamente a ir a campo, desarrollando charlas, y ellos también reciben estas charlas para irlas implementando dentro de su entorno y sus comunidades. Como centro educativo, hemos implementado también proyectos en el ámbito forestal, reforestando en diferentes comunidades del área rural acá de Guatemala, en donde nosotros nos ubicamos en Izabal. Entonces, prácticamente lo que los dos estudiantes comentaban, pues es donde ellos se han estado involucrados más y desarrollando charlas en las comunidades. Hace como 2 semanas terminamos una última actividad en una comunidad desarrollando una charla en el tema de conservación de los áreas con estudiantes del área rural.
Qué
Entonces creo que
bueno, qué
sería eso.
importante.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Chrisley. Disculpa que tengo que cortarte porque así pueden entrar nuestros compañeros de Perú. Just the last one, okay, because Carlos asked me. So, thank you very much. Gracias, muchas gracias. Está muy, muy bueno lo que hacen y ahora vamos a ir con Perú.
Ok,
Carlitos, a ti.
ya, gracias. Bueno, voy a compartir pantalla. Tito. Ahí vamos.
Ingeniero, no se compartiendo el audio.
Ya.
Yo soy Gerson.
Soy Oriana. Soy Angie.
Soy Carlos. Y Albert. Y somos del Colegio de Ciencias y participamos en el proyecto del Techo Verde.
Ok.
Bueno, el colegio, para contarles un poco sobre el colegio, trabaja por medio de cursos y proyectos. Muchos de ellos tratan de diferentes temas. Uno de ellos el que ven en esta imagen, corresponde a un proyecto que consistió en la recuperación de pinturas rupestres de más de 2500 años en Quillarrume. Quillarrume es un sitio arqueológico ubicado en Huánuco. Allí se conservan figuras geométricas y de animales pintadas en rocas de color rojo por antiguos habitantes. Aunque Quillarrume es patrimonio cultural de la nación, actualmente se encuentra en un estado de abandono y deterioro. Siguiente slide, por favor. Nosotros trabajamos a través de proyectos y cursos enfocados principalmente en la tecnología y el medio ambiente. En el área tecnológica nos concentramos en la programación y un aspecto importante que destacamos es que todo el material académico está en la nube, con cursos disponibles también en Internet. A través de ellos aprendemos sobre el impacto humano en la Tierra, las consecuencias del cambio climático, la importancia de conservar los ecosistemas y el cómo tomar acción. Siguiente slide, por favor.
En los primeros meses de 2025 había más de 6.000 hectáreas con alertas de deforestación que tomaba parte de la región Huánuco como la provincia de Puerto Inca y que también las sequías fue un impacto en la Amazonía peruana como como la provincia de Leoncio Prado. Y en cuanto al derramamiento de glaciares, en Huánuco los casos son bien limitados, pero a nivel nacional están perdiendo entre 20 y 30 metros de glaciares al día.
Nuestro proyecto Techo Verde busca ampliar las áreas verdes dentro de la ciudad y ayudar a combatir el efecto de isla de calor. Para ello, venimos trabajando desde hace un tiempo en la siembra de hortalizas y otras plantas. Venimos trabajando desde hace un tiempo en la siembra de hortalizas de campo y plantación de franja. Contamos con un sistema, siguiente slide, por favor. Contamos con un sistema de riego automático y una estación meteorológica. Esta estación nos permite obtener información sobre los picos de calor, la dirección y la velocidad del viento, entre otros datos importantes para el cultivo. El riego automático reduce el consumo de agua, ya que permite regar de forma más eficiente únicamente las semillas y plantas del desarrollo. Ingeniero, aún no es el siguiente slide. Hemos experimentado con diferentes tipos de semillas y gracias al uso ha cambiado del riego automático y de la estación meteorológica. Hemos obtenido mejores resultados en la reproducción y cuidado de nuestros cultivos.
Siguiente slide, por favor. Uno de nuestros planes de acción es trabajar conjunto con el área de conservación regional de Carpish. Es un bosque de neblina cercano a la ciudad de gran valor ecológico. Para ello, aplicamos los protocolos de GLOB y colaboramos con estudiantes que viven en las zonas cercanas, fomentando la investigación y la acción humanitaria. Además, hemos tenido la oportunidad de participar en el evento de la COP y biodiversidad, compartiendo nuestras experiencias y proyectos con jóvenes de todo el mundo. Muchas gracias.
Okay. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, everyone. It's time. We're over time. We did it again. I hope you all had a chance to talk to someone new, see some friendly faces, get onto the Padlet. That's where all of this sharing happens. That's where the learning happens. Make sure you're joining and sharing your stories. We can't wait to see you soon online. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. And a big applause to all of our teachers who are here today because we are connected because of them. So thank you, everyone. We look forward to seeing you online soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Muchas gracias.
Bye.
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 Gracias, chao.
Great job,
Bye-bye.
Carla.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Good afternoon. Good
Bye.
evening.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you so much.
See you in November.
Bye.
See you in November. I love your enthusiasm. I love it, guys.
Yeah. Sarah, Rebecca, see you again. Bye-bye.
Hi, Gule. See you.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
hi. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope see you again.
Yes, we'll
Yes.
meet again. We'll meet again.
Yeah, Anna. Yes. Bye-bye.